Hi, it's Maggie the Irish Gypsy here to bring you your January 2023 mid-month general reading. We're looking at the last half of January, and this reading is for the fire sign of Sagittarius. Welcome, everyone. I hope you're doing well as we continue to ease into a new year. Thanks for taking the time to be here, for watching the videos, liking, sharing, subscribing. All greatly appreciated. So Sagittarius, this is for you for the last half of January 2023. If your sun, moon, rising, or Venus sign is in Sagittarius, it's also relevant if you're cross-watching for a Sagittarian. It'll resonate a little differently for everyone, of course. It's a general reading. So if you know any or all of your other signs, sun, moon, rising, or Venus, watch them for any additional insight. Now, if you find that something really does touch you, it resonates with you, and you'd like to perhaps take a deeper look at it and reach out for a personal reading or information about that for yourself or as a gift for someone else, please feel free to contact me directly at maggie1maguire@gmail.com. I'd be most happy to hear from you. I do offer quite a wide variety, a lot of different types of readings in all areas of life, and particularly popular right now are the 6 and 12-month overviews that I do, which give you kind of a look ahead in a lot of different areas of life for the next 6 or 12 months, depending on how far ahead you want to look. And you can order them anytime, but they're popular at the end of an old year and the beginning of a new one, because people like to kind of go into a new year with a bit of a peek ahead. So something to think about. Okay, Sagittarius, let's see what the last half of January looks like for you. I am using the Tarot of Dreams and clarifying with the Radiant Rider-Waite. We begin with the King of Swords, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Somebody who is, this is the King of Air, which governs our intellectual, belief systems, ideologies, how we look at things, perceptions, perspectives, communication. So the King of Swords is somebody who's probably quite intelligent, if not well educated, probably well spoken, a good communicator, direct, sometimes can come across as kind of blunt. Very much about, this is the way things are, let's not sugarcoat things. It's somebody who's showing up to be significant for you in the last half of January. It's showing up as a king, but in a general reading it could be female as well. With the King of Swords, we have the Ten of Cups, the happy home, happily ever after card. Now, tens in the tarot represent cycle completion or coming full circle. So the Ten of Cups represents feeling like, you've finally come to that place where everything is going well, everything is, all the pieces of the puzzle are in place. And this is particularly around home, family, marriage, harmony, unity, anything that has to do with the home and family. Next, we have Strength. Facing your fears, doubts, insecurities, wrestling with your shadow self, which is just another way of saying, looking at the part that you've also had to play in the situation, which sometimes is difficult to do. There may be aspects of ourselves we don't often like to look at because we don't like it, or they're character defects we're working on. It takes a lot of strength, courage, wisdom, and true humility to face what we're afraid of, to move into that and through that. But strength is also what you gain more of by doing this. Needing to summon up your strength for something. With strength, we have another king, the King of Coins. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. This is the King of Coins, or Pentacles, or Earth. Because it's governed by the element of earth. So the King of Coins is somebody who financially, materially is probably comfortable, if not well off. They're very good at kind of navigating the day-to-day practical life of the world we live in. Solid, stable, reliable, typically loyal and generous, can be sometimes quite stubborn. Showing up as a king, but general reading could be female as well. Next, we have the Two of Coins. Twos represent being at a crossroads, a choice. Maybe a choice between two people here for relationship, perhaps. with the Queen of Wands, which would be you. Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Could be another fire sign that's relevant too. But for most of you, this is you simply needing to make a choice. The choice is likely a relationship choice, romantic or otherwise, or the choice could be in another area of life, because we're going to clarify. It could be in another area of life that may affect relationships, particularly home and family. From the bottom of the deck, representing overall energy and focus for the last half of January, Sagittarius, is the Seven of Cups. The Seven of Cups is kind of a dreamy card. Cups is governed by the element of water, which governs our emotional landscape. So feelings and emotions, relationships, Each of these 7 cups is filled with something that looks beautiful, perfect. I mean, what the cups are filled with is actually the possibilities or the potential of something, like the best that something might be or could be. So it's kind of a dreamy, fantasizing, daydreaming, building castles in the sky, looking at various different multiple options. Sometimes looking at things through rose-colored glasses as well. Multiple options at the very least. Which you do. I mean, there's at least 2 here. So let's clarify that 7 of Cups. Fantasizing about the best that something could be. The Knight of Swords. Knights represent offers and opportunities, the speed at which situations move, so most of the knights are pretty fast moving. The Knight of Swords is the Knight of Air, information. The Knight of Swords is kind of like the tarot's, postal carrier or mailman. He comes and delivers news and information and conversations, right? The card prior, what he starts off being, or she, is the Page of Swords, who gathers the information, and then the Knight of Swords takes it out and starts manifesting. So it's kind of the conversational knight. Ace of Wands, exciting new beginnings, the beginning of passion, desire, creativity, inspiration. There's been a conversation, an offer of some kind. There's an opportunity of some kind on the table. Of course, there's a choice here to be made. It's exciting. Now, this could be in work, career, finance, and so that practical area of life, or it could be in love and romance as well. You're considering it. Maybe talking with some people about it. Let's clarify the King of Swords. The Ace of Cups. The beginning of the heart opening up. Self-love, self-value. A gift of love. New love and romance. This is what the King of Swords is bringing. The Queen of Wands. We've got the Queen of Wands twice. Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. It might be a new love offer. The Ten of Coins, which is with it, could be a marriage proposal. It could be the beginning of something that somebody has that as an end goal. Could be an offer or opportunity in another area of life, but which profoundly and positively impacts and benefits the home and family as well. Let's clarify that Ten of Cups. The Page of Cups. Little messages of love, encouragement, support, flirtation. I mean, this straight up looks like a love offer. Or somebody, the King of Swords, or whoever that represents for you, coming towards you and bringing with them, this is somebody who wants to begin on a road that will eventually lead to this. A partnership, and it's driven by love, support, and caring. Now, again, because this is a general reading, that love, support, encouragement, or caring might be romantic, which it probably is for many of you here. Or it could, for some of you, it could be, it's an offer for partnership or for help in something, which opens your heart up and has a profoundly positive effect on your home and family situation, like if it would be something to do with work, although it doesn't really feel like that, but it could be for a few of you. Most of you, this feels like the arena of love, romance, relationships. Clarify strength. The Two of Cups, soulmate, kindred spirits, best friends. Clarify the King of Coins. The World, final endings. The World is the last major arcana card in the tarot. This is where an entire cycle of the tarot comes to completion, because this is a card of graduation, of moving on and moving upward. This is, reaching the top of a mountain you've been working on getting to, and now you're looking out at a brand new horizon full of different options and opportunities. So after this, we would have the Fool again, so a whole new cycle. A cycle of the tarot can represent a chapter in your life, a set of chapters in your life. We go through a variety of these cycles in one lifetime. So something coming to a final end, a graduation, it's time to move on. The Ten of Swords, surrendering to a difficult ending. These are both cards about a cycle coming to an end in regards to this King of Swords. And the fact that it's also with strength. And the Two of Cups represents that whoever this King of Pentacles is to you, it's either there's a kinship, a kindred spirit there, a soulmate connection. Soulmates don't necessarily physically occupy our lives for our entire life. We can have more than one, but it's what you're meant to learn and how you're meant to grow from this relationship. So it feels like in order to take this new offer, whether it's romantic love or a different kind of partnership, you're going to have to do something that will probably hurt this person that you have this deep connection, karmic connection with. Again, it could be romance, basically going, there isn't anything more for me in this relationship and it's time for me to move on. And you have someone else who is interested in you that you may be interested in, pursuing a relationship with. It could be, a partnership of a different kind. It could be work, career. It could be, maybe you're involved in something with your best friend and you're like, I'm pulling out of this partnership, or I'm going to go over here because this is a better offer for me, or I feel like this is the path I need to be on for now. Either way you look at those things, the fundamental energy is the same. It's if you accept this new offer or opportunity, then you need to start walking on a path, which means that path is going to take you away from this other person, which is probably why we have that Strength card. Clarify Two of Coins, choices, crossroads, which totally makes sense here. Death, final endings. The Nine of Swords, stress, anxiety, fear of an unknown future. Yeah. The choice is pretty clear here. To end something, to move on to a different road, or not, and close the door off to the new opportunity, whatever it is. Clarify Queen of Wands. Although, the Nine of Swords, those of you who follow me know it's a challenging card. It's my least favorite card in the tarot because it represents too much of a negative, obsessive level of thought about something. It's not that your fears, concerns, worries might not be valid. It's that the Nine of Swords represents dwelling on them too much and almost always with the worst possible negative outcome. It's the opposite of that Seven of Cups, right? What do I do if this happens? What do I do if that happens, right? I'm not going to tell you not to worry, but this is too much. It's trying to write the script for a future which hasn't unfolded yet. Clarify Queen of Wands. And we already know it's you, but Ace of Swords and the Devil. That makes sense because there's obviously a choice here. There's a crossroads you're at. You have to say yes to one thing and no to something else. Person, place, situation. The Ace of Swords is the epiphany, is seeing the truth, is enlightenment, is the way being made clear for you. It's kind of like the light bulb going off over your head. This is what you're trying to get. Clarity. The Devil represents, well, it can represent Capricorn, but the Devil typically represents an ongoing cycle that's kind of obsessive, because whether it's positive or negative, the Devil represents an obsessive level of energy put into one area to the point that it often becomes unhealthy. But there's something about it that's tempting and alluring, so you keep returning to it over and over and over again because you tell yourself you need to for whatever reasons, right? It's often a card for addictions, obsessions, mental health issues, toxic relationships. And I don't know if this like soulmate energy here is necessarily toxic. It may be that this is a relationship which has over time grown to be unhealthy, and you've come to the realization that you can't have the kind of future you want if you stay in this. You know, that may be it for some of you. Because the strength that it's going to take to close the door on one thing is challenging, because the Devil represents that there's part of you that is still quite strongly pulled towards it. So that's kind of where we're at. I mean, this is a short period of time, right? 2 weeks. So it's more contemplative energy. I don't feel like probably most of you come to a specific conclusion during or at the end of this 2 weeks. Some of you might, but it feels more like this is something that you need to put more time and thought into, and maybe open it up to spirit and go, I'm not quite sure what the right thing is to do here, what the best thing is to do, and the right way to do that. So I'm going to sit back and I'm going to kind of contemplate. Try not to have that level of Nine of Swords stress, and ask Spirit to help bring that clarity to you. Any final messages, guidance, advice? The Hanging Man. This is a card of waiting, watching, picking up more bits of information and insight, but not taking any particular decisive action yet. It's good advice. The Seven of Pentacles. Also good advice, because this is a card of reflection and taking stock, taking inventory. This is a card of somebody who has put a lot of effort into something, a job, a relationship. And since 10 would be the fulfillment of that long-term security and stability, 7 is you're 2/3 of the way there. This is what you have to show for your efforts. Does it match the effort you've put into it? Have you gotten back? Do you feel like you've gotten what you've put into? Or do you feel like it's lacking? Do you feel like it's possible to grow it further? And if so, how would you do that? If it's not possible, should you just take everything that you can or what you can learn and move on? Or should you find a way to live in acceptance with what you currently have? You know, this is a card of taking stock and taking inventory. So Spirit wants you to take some time to reflect on this, which means that more will be revealed, because the Hanging Man is in the process, even though it may not be the most comfortable position, he is in the process of gaining insight and different perspective. He's just not taking action on it yet, because you're still seeking truth and enlightenment and illumination here. And I feel like this is something that will come, particularly if you ask Spirit for help. Okay. Sagittarius, those are your messages for the last half of January. I hope that what Spirit has shown us through the cards has proven to be helpful or useful, or giving you some food for thought, something to chew on. Again, if this resonates with you and you'd like to take a deeper look, peel it back a bit, reach out for a personal reading for yourself or as a gift for someone else, please feel free to contact me directly. Maggie, the number 1 McGuire at gmail.com. You can also get that contact info by clicking on the description link with this video. I will see you all in a couple of weeks for the February general readings. Until then, stay well, stay safe, and I hope to see you back here again soon. Bye-bye.